When the valley narrowed to a steep-sided gorge, we pitched our tents and spent the afternoon playing 500 at our official base camp, enjoying our first rest in this remote place. An early start was made the following day, and we knew we would have to maintain a relentlessly fast pace to achieve our goal. With day packs, we continued to follow the creek. As we gained altitude, we had to climb around several waterfalls on slippery moss before finally leaving the creek to ascend the eastern ridges of the Provis Hills. Finally, we broke out into tea tree scrub for our first up close view of the summit. After 7 hours of hard, steep scrub bashing, we had done it. At last, we were standing upon the southern one of the two high points, a small island of clear alpine terrain above a sea of thick scrub. Looking back, we could trace our route from the now distant Prawn Beach, up New River Lagoon and the river valley. We could see the Ironbounds to our south and the convoluted northern ridges of Mount Louisa, where we had stood 9 months previously. We were pleasantly surprised after the scrub of the ascent to find the summits clad in low alpine vegetation, and it did not take us long to reach the northern summit, which proved to be slightly higher. We celebrated achieving this rare summit with rum balls made by Rob's wife back in Denmark. Around us lay one of the most extensive tracts of untouched wilderness left. After a late lunch, during which the sun appeared, we started the descent. We finally returned to our tents after 14 hours of hard work, but elated with our achievement. Warm sun greeted us on our return to the river the following day. The water level had fallen, exposing many logs that had been submerged on the trip up the river. This necessitated several portages, but the bright warm sunshine made it pleasant work, and we soon arrived back in the deeper reaches, flanked by the tall, dark forests that were especially memorable because of the massive blackwood trees that towered above all else. We decided to camp on the two beaches we had visited on the Paddle Inn, and were rewarded with a brilliant sunset on Precipitous Bluff, followed by an equally impressive moonrise behind the bluff. Overnight, clouds moved in, and our final paddle was on a glass-like lagoon. Over the next 2 days, we traversed the South Coast track back to Cockle Creek 3 times over to get our equipment out. It would seem like too much grueling work to most bushwalkers, but it was a price that we were happy to pay to have stood on one of the most remote and rarely trodden peaks of Tasmania.